But before, when I was really little, I used to work in his office since I was, I don't know, 4 years old. And after that, I went to college and I actually wanted to become an OBGYN or a pediatrician. And while I was in medical school, interviews and doing things with my teachers, what I realized is that I was answering all my answers holistically, and one of my professors actually brought it up to me asking if I truly wanted to go into medicine or if I ever considered being a chiropractor. And when he said that, I laughed and I realized it must be destiny. So I went to chiropractic school, became a chiropractor, and I actually specialize in prenatal and pediatrics so that I was still able to live with my passion of helping pregnant women and babies, but I can also still do chiropractic at the same time.
Well, when I was 13, I was bouncing on a trampoline with my friend, and he bounced me up so high. That's the game, right? You want to bounce each other up as high as possible. So he was bouncing me up as high as he could. I lost control because I was so high up, and I fell down on the corner of the trampoline on the frame, fracturing my spine in 7 different places. So ever since then, I had to seek a chiropractor or different type of care since then. I went to see an orthopedic doctor after that. He explained to me that because of my injuries, I would be crippled and walking with a cane by the age of 29. After seeking a chiropractor's care, I've been able to play football in high school, do as many things as I want to physically without any limitations.
So the biggest reason kids should get adjusted is, one, have any of you ever watched America's Funniest Home Videos? So there are so many videos out there of you actually watching children falling and like just living every single day life, and they're hilarious, but at the same time, when you think about it, what is it doing to their spine? So a lot of times the very first, what we call subluxation or misalignment in the spine, actually occurs with birth. So for our son specifically, during labor, I was actually at 9.5 centimeters for over 8 hours. And with each contraction, his head's hitting the pelvis. And the problem with that is that one of his bones got misaligned, and it was actually causing constipation. So in the very beginning, when he was first born, he was actually, the only way he would go to the bathroom is when we adjusted him. We even tried testing it out. I think I went up to 11 days one time, and I was like, okay, enough's enough. And he would get adjusted, and after 20 minutes, he would be able to go to the bathroom, which was super awesome. A lot of other reasons why children should get adjusted is colic. So a lot of times we'll have moms who come in and they look so tired just because their baby is not sleeping. So when a child's super small, they can't tell you, hey, this hurts or something's not right. So what they do is they just consistently cry. Colic can come in many different forms. A lot of people know colic as gas. And again, it all has to do with the fact of how their body is able to digest. So that's one of the biggest reasons. Asthmas, allergy, a lot of times that bone shifting. So the first bone in your spine is known as atlas, and that's one of the biggest ones that can shift very easily when you're a baby and actually when you're first born. And so one of the biggest things that affects the immune system is atlas and its position. So a lot of times when you have a decreased immune system, you'll see an increase in allergies and asthma. So you'll see a lot with that. Bedwetting as well, and just so many other healthy benefits, just making sure that your child's brain is developing and that your spine is healing and growing properly.
So what's the difference between our office and other chiropractic offices? Well, a regular chiropractic office would be like a dentist office, right? Whereas our office is more like an orthodontist office. So if your problem was a crooked spine or crooked teeth, you would go see an orthodontist versus seeing a dentist, right? Same thing with us. We specialize in your posture. So we're gonna realign your spine through remolding your ligaments with our system of chiropractic care.
So it is extremely healthy for the baby. If anything, it actually benefits the baby the most because puts the baby in proper position. So I don't know if you're ever familiar with when you hear my baby was breached. That means that their baby's head was not head down first, so they're actually head up. And what we do as chiropractors, we adjust women, allow their pelvis to be in the perfect position that gives the baby enough room to turn and go into that proper position. When they're in that proper position, it allows the baby to be delivered as perfectly as possible so that there's no pressure on this baby's spine to allow them to not have these misalignments or subluxations. So that's extremely important for the baby's health and development, as well as for mom. It makes it so much easier and they're not as stressed and overwhelmed when giving birth. So that's why it's so important for moms to get adjusted while they're pregnant.